This video was created to raise your vibration and give you practical tools to transform your reality. Not tomorrow or next week, but immediately. It's now strategically structured to create connection, generate transformation, and encourage you to act now. What if I told you that you could start manifesting anything you want? Yes, anything. In just 5 minutes a day, not in 5 years, not after reading 20 books or go to 10 retreats. Just 5 minutes, right where you are. And before you scroll away thinking this is just another woo-woo video, let me say what most people are too afraid to admit. You're not broken, and you don't need fixing. What you need is alignment, and it starts now. The reason your manifestations aren't showing up isn't because you're lazy, unlucky, or missing some secret ingredient. It's because your vibration doesn't match your desires. And no one ever taught you how to tune it, how to shift it quickly, intentionally, and powerfully. That's where this simple yet potent technique comes in. It's been tested, it's been lived, and those who apply it, they see visible results in days, not months. In this video, I'll walk you through a vibration hack so efficient, so direct, that most people will think it's too good to be true. But those who try it will see doors begin to open. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about feeling, vibrating, and acting with soul. And yes, all of that in just 5 minutes a day. I promise you, if you stay with me until the end, you'll walk away with a tool that can flip your life upside down in the best, most practical, most powerful way. So if you've been craving change, if there's a desire inside you screaming for a fresh start, this is your turning point. But warning, this isn't for people who just want to try. It's for those ready to co-create now, because when you change your vibration, the universe responds, and it responds fast. They lied to you. They told you that manifesting your dreams requires years of therapy, complicated rituals, or some kind of chosen one energy. But what if I told you that you could start shifting your entire reality in just 5 minutes a day? Sounds crazy, right? It's not. It's spiritual science, and it's been buried beneath layers of complication and distraction. Here's the truth. The problem isn't that you don't know what you want. The problem is that your vibration is out of alignment with it. You've been living on autopilot, reacting, doubting, and unconsciously sabotaging everything you're trying to attract. And the worst part? You've been taught to believe you need to fix yourself first, before life can work. But that's backwards. You don't change your life and then vibrate differently. You vibrate differently, and then your life shifts fast. In this video, I'll show you a vibration hack that's so simple, so quick, that most people will ignore it. And that's exactly why they stay stuck. But the ones who apply it will feel the shift within days. This isn't magic. It's frequency. It's vibration. It's alignment. And most importantly, it's a decision. So if you're tired of wishing without results and you're ready to truly co-create, stay with me until the end. Because this tiny hack could be the turning point of your entire reality. The myth of time. They say time waits for no one. But what if the soul doesn't operate on that same ticking clock? Society often paints a picture where aging feels like a countdown to irrelevance. It's as if after 40, life becomes a slow fade. But let's be real, that's not truth. That's conditioning, a cultural hypnosis. And the sooner we wake up from it, the sooner we co-create a reality that feels alive. Because the soul doesn't age. It unfolds, deepens, and vibrates with more wisdom. Every line on your face is a story the universe paid attention to. Let me tell you about Maria, who at 56 had a dream that wouldn't leave her. It came quietly, like many spiritual whispers do. She'd been playing small, afraid she'd missed her chance. But that morning, she didn't just wake up, she woke up. She grabbed a notebook and wrote one simple question. What want to be born through me today? That was the moment her vibration began to shift. No long rituals, no fancy techniques, just 5 minutes of intention. That was the seed. And spoiler alert, that seed became a blooming art project that touched hundreds of lives. Here's a truth few will tell you. Our obsession with youth has made us spiritually lazy. We chase smooth skin and quick wins, but forget that depth, presence, and soul magnetism don't come from the outside. They come from alignment. And alignment starts when you stop treating age as a limitation. You begin to realize that your vibration is your real currency, not your birth year, not your resume, not your follower count. Your frequency is your fortune. That's the secret. The one most successful people live by, even if they don't always say it out loud. Now pause and ask yourself, how would your day feel if you stopped racing against time and started vibrating with it? What if instead of dreading birthdays, you celebrated them as energetic upgrades? What if today, yes, today was the moment your new chapter begins, not by accident, but by choice? This isn't motivational fluff. This is sacred science. A shift in vibration is a shift in reality. And once you feel that power, you'll never see time the same way again. And here's where it gets even more exciting. The hidden portal inside you, a mental switch that most people never learn to flip. It's not complicated. In fact, it only takes a few minutes a day. But when you flip that switch, you don't just age differently. You start attracting differently, thinking differently, living differently. And the next part of this video, that's where we'll show you exactly how to access it. Stay with me. You're about to learn something that can bring such deep results that in just a few days, you won't even recognize yourself. The mind as a portal. Here's something most people were never taught in school. Your mind isn't just a place for thoughts, it's a gateway, a living, vibrating portal. The subconscious, that quiet space beneath all the noise, doesn't speak in logic or reason. It speaks in images, repetition, and emotion. It doesn't care if a thought is true or false. If you feed it long enough, it will bloom. That's why the words you repeat, even in passing, I'm tired, I can't, it's too late, becomes spiritual programming. And that programming? It molds your vibration like wet clay. Imagine your mind as a garden. Whatever you plant, whether light or shadow, will grow. If you don't consciously sow thoughts of abundance, presence, faith, and purpose, the weeds of fear, lack, and doubt will take over by default. That's the silent war most people are losing daily, without even realizing it. But here's the twist. This isn't about toxic positivity. It's about reclaiming authorship, about choosing to co-create rather than survive. And yes, it's possible. Even if you've been on autopilot for decades, you can shift, sometimes in less than 5 minutes a day. Let's talk about spiritual programming. It sounds fancy, but it's simple. Your thoughts have a frequency, a vibe. They vibrate out, and like a tuning fork, they attract what matches them. Think of it like spiritual Wi-Fi. You broadcast an inner signal, and reality responds with what's connected to that signal. This is why you can be in a good mood, and suddenly everything seems to flow. And why, when you're stuck in negativity, everything feels like a wall. The vibration doesn't lie. But here's the kicker. You're the one holding the remote control. Now here's something you can try today. Start your morning by whispering to yourself a single phrase that resonates deeply. Something simple like, I am a calm and storm, or everything I need is already within me. Say it softly. Say it with your hand on your heart. Don't just think it, feel it. That's how you speak the language of the subconscious. Do this for 5 minutes. Just 5. And don't be surprised if, within a few days, your external world starts mirroring that quiet inner shift. That's the law of vibration at play. And just when you think it's all about thoughts, you realize it's so much more. Your mind is a multidimensional tool. It can either enslave or liberate you, depending on how you use it. Most people are walking around with mental programs installed by fear, trauma, and outdated beliefs. But once you become aware of that, you're no longer a prisoner. You're the architect. And the real magic? It starts showing up when you reach a certain age where your soul begins whispering louder than your ego ever screamed. Which brings us to something most people don't expect. Awakening doesn't begin in youth. It often begins after 45. Inspiring story. Let's bring it all down to earth. Meet Antonio Ferreira. At 47, he thought he had it all. A stable job, a house, a predictable life. Then, in what felt like the blink of an eye, everything collapsed. Business gone, relationship ended, health shaken. And there he was, sitting on a park bench with nothing but silence around him. But that silence? It wasn't emptiness. It was a doorway, a subtle invitation to awaken. Most people fear that moment. Antonio leaned in. That's where the real co-creation began. At first, he didn't know what to do. He just knew he couldn't go back to the old path. So he started small, 5 minutes a day, sitting in silence, breathing, placing his hand on his chest and whispering things like, I'm not broken, I'm being rebuilt. Those affirmations weren't magic tricks. They were seeds. He began journaling, reflecting, watching his thoughts, reprogramming himself. People around him thought he was lost. But the truth? He was finally waking up. Awakening isn't loud. It's often a whisper in the storm. Weeks turned into months. The vibration shifted. He stopped identifying with the labels society had given him, failure, divorce, broke, and started creating new ones. Healer, teacher, guide. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. He was simply becoming someone aligned. One day, after a deep meditation, a vision came to him. Create a space where others could heal, too. No fancy buildings, no big money, just presence, heart, and vibration. He called it Oasis Interior, a community space where people could meditate, share, and rebuild. Fast forward a few years, Antonio, now 52, is a quiet beacon in his community. He speaks at spiritual gatherings, hosts healing circles, helps others turn pain into power. His life didn't go back to normal. It transcended normal because he chose to stop reacting and start co-creating. He didn't wait for the world to fix him. He stepped into his soul's timeline. And what came through him? It's still rippling outward. Every person he touches carries a spark of that same light. That's how spiritual programming creates legacy. So if you've ever felt like everything collapsed around you, maybe it didn't fall apart to destroy you. Maybe it all came undone so that something deeper could rise. And maybe, just maybe, you're being called to do what Antonio did. But how? Where to start? That's what the next part reveals. The 3 spiritual steps to begin again, not with fear, but with soul. And here's the truth you need to let sink in. This isn't just about Antonio. This is about you. Right now, at this exact moment, you have the power to say, enough. Enough of surviving. Enough of waiting. Enough of doubting your worth or postponing your dreams. You don't need a sign from the sky. This video is your sign. If you're breathing, you're not done. If you're still here, your soul has something to express. The shift doesn't take a lifetime. It takes a decision. One choice. One 5-minute practice. That's how vibration starts to change. You don't need a perfect plan. You need presence. You don't need to know all the steps. You need the courage to take the first one. What is your heart whispering right now? Start that journal. Say that affirmation. Dream again out loud, boldly. Let your vision bring real results. You're not too late, and you're certainly not too old. You are right on time. You've got everything you need inside of you already. You just forgot. And now it's time to remember. Because nothing is more magnetic than a soul in alignment. Close your eyes and imagine this. It's 1 year from today. You've been consistent. 5 minutes a day, affirming, visualizing, vibrating. You've turned intention into action. You've stopped reacting and started co-creating. Can you feel that version of you? Confident, joyful, on purpose. That version is not a fantasy. It's a frequency, and it's available now. All you have to do is say yes. And if you're ready to take that leap to really begin, then the next part is your roadmap. 3 sacred steps to begin again with soul. The 3 steps to begin again with soul. Step 1, silence the mind. Sounds simple, but in a world addicted to noise, it's revolutionary. You don't need incense or mountaintop retreats. Just 5 minutes of daily stillness. Sit, breathe, close your eyes, let the chaos settle. No phones, no distractions, just presence. It's in this silence that your soul begins to speak. Ideas surface, emotions soften, resistance fades. This is how you start to tune in. Remember, you can't co-create in a storm. You need calm. And in that calm, vibration begins to rise. Step 2, rewrite the narrative. What stories have you been repeating to yourself? I'm not enough. It's too late. I always mess it up. Those aren't facts, they're programs. And you have the power to uninstall them. Grab a journal and write a new script. I am ready. I am valuable. I am aligned. Speak it. Feel it. Repeat it. Repetition isn't childish. It's spiritual strategy. Every affirmation is a vibration sent into the field. Change the script, and the story changes. That's how Antonio did it. That's how you can do it too. Step 3, act with spiritual intention. This is where many fall short. They think it's all mindset. But here's the secret. Your vibration becomes unstoppable when thought meets action. And not just any action, action with purpose. Every small step, sending that email, recording that video, walking into that room with confidence, is part of your co-creation. It's not about speed. It's about alignment. Your gestures become prayers. Your tasks become rituals. That's when reality bends. And yes, it can begin today. Let me give you a real example. Anna, 51, was stuck in a life she didn't love. One day, she took 5 minutes to breathe. Then she wrote, "I'm not too late." The next morning, she made one phone call she'd been avoiding for months. That call led to an unexpected collaboration. Within a year, she launched her own holistic brand. Not because she had a big plan, but because she took spiritual action. The universe doesn't respond to fear. It responds to alignment. That's how you generate real results. And now that you have these 3 steps, imagine what could happen if you applied them for the next 21 days. No pressure, no perfection, just intention, presence, and movement. Because when the mind is silent, the story is rewritten, and action flows with soul. Something incredible begins to awaken. And in case you're wondering how fast it can work, just wait until you tried the 5-minute vibration hack that brings it all together. 5-minute vibration hack to manifest anything you want. Let's get into the core of it all. The 5-minute vibration hack. This isn't theory. It's not some fluffy trick. It's a daily practice that condenses everything you've learned so far and turns it into action. 5 minutes. That's all it takes. And here's the formula. Silence plus intention plus emotion plus symbolic action. You're going to quiet the noise, anchor your desire, raise your frequency, and move energy. Think of it as a spiritual espresso. Quick, potent, and vibrationally uplifting. Here's how it works. Step 1, silence. Find a quiet spot. Sit comfortably. Breathe deeply for 1 minute. Nothing fancy, just be present. Step 2, state your burning desire out loud, but not like a wish, like a truth. I am living my purpose. I am free and abundant. Speak it with conviction. Step 3, feel it. Imagine your desire already manifested. What would you see? Hear? Smell? Let that emotion rise, joy, peace, excitement. Step 4, take one symbolic action. Send a message, open a document, research an idea. Move energy even in a small way. This vibration hack works because it aligns thought, feeling, and action in a short, intentional window. The subconscious mind loves repetition and emotional charge. When you do this every day, same time, same vibe, it becomes a portal, a spiritual signature that tells the universe, I'm serious. Over time, this consistency reprograms your inner world. You start to feel different, speak different, choose different, and soon, your external reality has no choice but to reflect your new frequency. That's how people transform, not in years, but in weeks. Think about it. What would your life look like 30 days from now if you started this tomorrow? Just 5 minutes a day. That's it. You spent more time scrolling, doubting, or worrying. This time, use those 5 minutes to co-create. Wake up, sit still, declare your truth, feel the frequency, take a step. That's the formula. And if you're asking, can it really be that simple? Try it. Just try it. You don't have to believe it fully yet. Just commit. Let the vibration show you. Because results don't lie. And here's something beautiful. When your vibration shifts, the people around you begin to change. Opportunities appear. Synchronicities multiply. And one day, without warning, you'll realize you're living the life you once dreamed of, not by accident, but through conscious creation. So what are you waiting for? Your 5 minutes start now. Now let me ask you this. If you know you're holding a simple, powerful, proven tool in your hands, what's still holding you back? Are you really going to keep living on autopilot, waiting for something to change by chance? Or are you ready to claim 5 minutes a day to align with what you truly want? Because your life doesn't change when you have time. It changes when you decide to. If you apply this 5-minute vibration hack every day with true intention, emotion, and presence, you'll start to feel the universe moving in your favor. You'll see signs, divine encounters, unexpected opportunities. You'll notice how reality starts bending to your frequency. And the best part? It can start today. So now, I ask you, what are you going to do with this information? Are you going to save it for later? Or are you going to start now? If this video resonated with you, drop a comment below. I'm ready to co-create. Share your biggest desire right now. Let's raise this vibration together. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because in the next videos, I'll show you even more practices and techniques to unlock your potential and manifest a soul-driven life. If you made it this far, it's because something inside you recognized the truth in this message. This wasn't a coincidence. Your soul attracted this video because it's ready for the next step. So please subscribe now, not to do me a favor, but to make a commitment to yourself. Every video here is a puzzle piece in your spiritual journey. And if you're really committed to this new chapter, staying connected to this content is an act of self-love. Now look me in the eyes. Yes, even through the screen, leave a comment with a powerful affirmation. Something like, I choose to vibrate in abundance, or my new reality begins now. Because when you write it, you affirm it. When you affirm it, you vibrate it. And when you vibrate it, you start co-creating. Don't keep it in your mind. Put it into the field. Make this comment your first conscious step in this new cycle. And if you're still doubting, think about this. Most people watch videos like this, feel something powerful, and do nothing. But you're not most people. You're here because you're ready for more. So leave your mark in the comments. Subscribe, hit that bell, and get ready. Because what's coming next will take your vibration even higher. This is not the end. It's just the beginning. And I'll be right here with you, video by video, step by step. Before you go, if this video stirred something in you, if you felt even the slightest shift in your vibration, then you need to watch the previous video. 3 truths that expand your consciousness. Prepare to change. It's not just a video. It's a spiritual wake-up call. Inside, I reveal 3 powerful truths that most people will never hear in their lifetime. But once you do, you can't unhear them. These truths will stretch your mind, shake your patterns, and open doors you didn't even know existed. So if you're truly ready to expand, align, and begin a whole new chapter, go watch that one now. I'll meet you there. Your consciousness is waiting.